Hollywood Spotlight, presenting an all-star review from the entertainment center of the world, Hollywood. Welcome, friends, to another Hollywood Spotlight. This is Tom Jeffrey, and right now I'd like to tell you who's going to entertain us. The Hollywood troubadour, Larry Burke, Bill Harris and his swell music, and of course, Bob Byrne. We've persuaded Bob this time to bring us one of those incomparable musical selections on his bazooka. So let's get started. Larry Burke, the opening spot is yours.
For all we know, we may never meet again. Before we go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say good night until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart will beat. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and go like a ripple on a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know.
Beautiful, Larry, beautiful. And now here's Tom Post, ready to interview our featured comedian. And I'm going to ask Tom to introduce him. Come in, Tom.
Presenting that roaming Romeo, Bob Burns, the original slow brain through Arkansas.
Hi, Tom.
Yowza.
Say, Tom, whatever gave you the idea that I might know something about fiancé?
Well, haven't you ever been engaged?
Yeah, but you don't know nothing about a woman till you've been married to her several years, you know. and then she ain't a fiancé anymore.
I see.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought you'd understand.
Uh-oh.
You know, In fact, I've got an idea, Tom. If you wanted to talk, you could turn this into an educational program.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let some of these other saps find out for themselves. You know, we don't want it to be too educational.
Well, then maybe you better let me talk.
All right.
You know, I'll just tell you about the woman that used to be my fiancée.
So you married the gal, huh?
Yeah, I'll never forget the old man. I went to him, told him I wanted to marry his daughter. Then I asked him if he could let me have $10 to kind of start us off.
Yeah, well, what'd the old man say?
Well, he says, I can let you have my daughter, but I don't know you well enough to lend you $10.
Well, you would have given him his $10 back, wouldn't you?
Oh, sure. I even tried to give him his daughter back, but he wouldn't take her.
Well, what seems to be the matter with your wife?
Tom, that woman talks and talks and talks and just keeps on
You
talking.
don't get a chance to sleep, huh? Well, what does she talk about?
Well, she never does say.
Oh, I see. She's just an outspoken woman.
No, nobody's ever outspoken her yet.
Well, she must have some good qualities. I suppose she's true to you.
Well, I don't know about that, Tom. The other day I went home and the house was full of tobacco smoke.
Yeah?
And I says, who's been here this afternoon? She said, why, Louise dropped in to leave her regards.
Oh, what did you say?
I says, well, Louise left her pipe on the piano.
But I'll bet she's a good cook, though. You know, Southern girls sure know how to prepare chicken.
Tom, my wife prepares chicken so it tickles the palate.
Yeah?
Yeah, she don't take half the feathers off of it.
I get it.
You know, and Tom, speaking of chicken, remind me of how unfair my wife is at times. You know, a woman can be awful narrow-minded.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you know, one day my wife spilled some fried chicken in her lap and let it stay there. You know, I never said a word.
No.
The other day, my wife walked into a restaurant and saw me with a chicken on my lap, and she made an awful scene, Tom.
Yeah, but I bet it wasn't fried chicken in your lap.
No, the chicken on my lap was stewed.
Well, I guess after that one, Bob, the only way you can save yourself is by giving us one of those notorious bazooka solos. All right, let's go. Bob, that really was a treat. Well, Phil Harris, it's your turn now. Have you got a song for us?
Yes, I have, Tom, and thank you very much. Hello, everybody. This is Phil Harris, and with the best intentions in the world. And now I'm going to sing, Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? And I'm not kidding. I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower to the sun, brick and rivet and lime. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, gee, we look swell, full of that Yankee doodly-dum. 500,000 boots went slugging through hell, and I was the kid with a drum. Why, say, don't you remember? They called me Al. Why, it was Al all the time. Why, say, can't you remember? Why, I'm your pal. Buddy, can you spare a dime? Once I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Why, once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower to the sun, brick and rivet and lime. Yes, I built that tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Why, once in khaki suits, gee, we looked swell, full of that Yankee doodly-dum. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with a drum. Why, say, don't you remember? They called me Al. Why, it was Al all the time. Say, don't you remember? Why, I'm your pal. Buddy, can you spare a